Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad where we get together and create a card. Today's card is this beautiful card you're gonna fall in love with, no pun intended. It has our love die on it. It also has these cute little guys at the bottom and embossing as well. I don't feel like I do enough embossing, so I'm very excited about this. Now the fun thing about this card is it can go this way and open, or you could even do it this way and open it. So either way, however you write on the inside is going to determine how you make this card or how this card is finished. So what we're going to use in this video is the Windows die set that I designed for Sizzix, as well as the grid die set for the Stamps of Life, and of course the fun love die as well. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do, and I've already done one part, is I've taken my dark green cardstock, my green apple, and I folded it up at the top. So I've created a card base. This is A2 in size. Then I'm going to get some kiwi, and I am going to get some, let's see if I have any Sizzix adhesive left over here. Looks like I have some. We're going to use as much as I have because it's very important to me to have Sizzix adhesive on the back of my grid. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this down. This is at least going to cover some of it, which is going to help. Now, normally I would have more somewhere else, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to have that down. And then we're going to cut out our grid. Now we're going to use both pieces of the grid die to get that to cut out all the way. We're going to lay that down, and line that up. I am using my magnetic platform. And then I am going to push that down and run it through the machine. Easy peasy. Now the cracking you hear is normal. That's just the blade going through the cutting pad. There we go. So now we have that die cut. Just going to peel that up. So now I have that cute little grid. Then what we're going to do, move this off to the side, is we're going to cut our love out. So I have my cardstock, and of course it has the Sizzix adhesive on the back. And I'm just using the handwriting part. I'm not using the shadow. And it's a little dirty in there because I didn't clean it out the last time I used it. I'm going to lay that down and I'm going to run that through the machine. Now the nice thing about this machine is it goes both ways, so I don't have to keep moving my platform. So we're going to run that through. And then we are going to emboss using one of my embossing folders. So that's another thing that I didn't mention that we're going to use. So we have that. Now I'm going to lay this in the embossing folder, but I cannot use my magnetic platform, right? Because that's too fat. So I'm going to take my multi-purpose platform, take tab 2 and move it off to the side, thread that through the machine, get a cutting pad. I'm going to straighten this a little bit because I want it to be nice and straight. Lay that down, lay this down and run. Whoops, got my love on there still. We don't want any more love in there. Peel that up. We're going to lay all of this down and run that through the machine. Then we're going to do some stamping. There we go. So now embossing is just so fantastic on all of the Big Shot machines because you get such a great texture, which is so much fun. So we're going to take our card base and let's put some of this together. First thing we're going to do is we are going to grab our grid and we're going to peel this up. And remember, I did get to add some Sizzix adhesive to the back of this. For some reason, I'm out on my desk, which is not a good thing. And we're going to be, well, we can do it either way. We're going to lay this down. There we go. Lay it down this way. Make sure we do it the right way. Lay that down, line it up. So this layers perfectly on an A2 size card. If you play your cards right. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to add that cute little guy right there. So let's get some Sizzix adhesive. Add this guy right there, and this is the part that didn't get the adhesive on the back. Right there, so let's add a little adhesive to this. That's the mess when you don't have enough Sizzix adhesive. There we go. Then what we need to do is we need those white pieces cut from our grid. So we're just going to use this and we're just going to lay that in and run that through. We're going to flip that through. We can use our, just for time's sake, we'll just use our regular our multi-purpose platform and run that through. We'll get that going. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do some stamping. So we have 4 colors that we're going to stamp our little critters on. Okay, so we have our 4 little squares. Let's pick those up. There we go, handy dandy. So let's add some adhesive to those. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just add those into the little guys right there. Look how easy that is. Die cutting and stamping just go hand in hand. They really do. We'll add that one there. And we'll add that one there. And then what we're going to do, oh, we might as well add our love since it's right here. So we'll just peel that up. There, whoops. There we go. Love, 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 love. So we'll add that right there. So pretty. And then we're going to decorate our little critters. So first we need to we need to stamp them. Actually, these we would die cut first because these you can't see. So sometimes when you can't see through the die, you're going to die cut first. So we're going to die cut this one. And these do not have Sizzix adhesive on the back because mine would normally have pop dots on the back, but I think I'm out of pop dots. Okay, so we're going to add this guy. Ugh. There we go. And we're going to add the blue one, which is this one. These things are hard to get off here sometimes, so ouch. Don't poke yourself like I just did. Those little guys, kind of hard to get off. I always try to save the paper, so that there. And then last but not least, I need got the bee, both flowers. So we need this flower as well. Oh my goodness, here, let's do it this way. It's just attack the paper. It's easier if you don't care about the paper. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna die cut all of those. So we have this one on this one. And we have this one on this one. And we're gonna run all of those through the machine. Oops, get that trash out of there. So we're gonna run those through the machine. Okay. And we're gonna peel all those up. And poke all those out. So there's our little ladybug. There's our cute little flower. Here's our cute little bee. Now, usually you will always see me stamp first and then die cut, but these dies are thinlits, so you're gonna actually, that means they have a back to them. So that means you're actually going to die cut them first. And now we're gonna stamp them. So let's get our stamps out. And this one we are going to use candy on. So we're gonna ink that baby up and we're gonna stamp that right there. Now with the backs of my stamps, you can see exactly where you're stamping because I make my backs very small. They're called the base of the stamp. I make those very small so you can really still see exactly what you're doing, which is very helpful. So that was candy. Next we're going to use ocean. So we're gonna ink that one up and we're gonna stamp on that one right like that. There we go. And then we are going to stamp the little ladybug. And he's in guava. Oh, do I have guava? Oh, there's guava. So I'm going to stamp the little guava ladybug. And then look how cute that is. That's a cute one. And then last but certainly not least is the bee. Bzz, the bee, the bee, the bee. And he's actually in storm, so he shows up. Now you could use black, but black would be a little too dark. So we're gonna use storm. There we go. Now, to make even more excitement on these little guys, we are going to do a little tiny bit of ink blending. And I wanna show you the difference because I have some that are already done. But look at the difference in here. Let me see. I think the bee will really show you the difference. Look at how much different that bee looks to this bee because it just adds a little bit more excitement. Now the ladybug, you don't notice it as much, and the flower, you don't notice it as much. But look at these two differences. So this is the before, this is the after. This is the before, and this is the after. And the ink blending just really, really adds. So let's grab our banana. We'll just do the banana one real quick. The bee, banana on the bee. And we're gonna always start off of our project and work our way on. Just like that. And you can see it just really brings him a little bit more to life. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add these to our card. Now I should have pop dots and I don't believe I do, which is kind of a bummer. But if you have pop dots at home, you'll probably want to use those. So let's go ahead and add our little bee. Now when you add adhesive, I want you to make sure that you never add adhesive when it's on, like never do this on your secret weapon, because if you get adhesive on it, it's not going to give it a nice good surface like you want it to be. It's going to be like a sticky surface, then it's going to get icky. It's better to do it on your table, and you can wash your table much easier than when you're on your stamping surface. So just keep that in mind. So now we're going to add this, and we are almost done. Look at how easy peasy this card was. Look at that. So again, you get to decide if you want it to go this way or this way. But look at how beautiful that is. Isn't that fun? And that ink blending just adds so much. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where every week we make a card. Every Wednesday we release a new video, so come back soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.